Thanks for joining us today. I'm Megan, and here's Bodhi in my shadow. And we've got a playful practice for you today where we are going to move from our feet. The benefits of learning to move from your feet is it rewires your nervous system to help you to relax some of the normal go-to muscles that might be tight in your back and spine, your neck, your shoulders, just by allowing your feet to lead. So we'll start in a seated position, and if sitting flat doesn't work for you because you're rounding into your spine, you'll notice I have a blanket and you can fold it as high as you need to, but sit on the edge of a blanket. So take your bum onto it and slide forward to where the edge of your sit bones are right on the edge of the blanket, so it'll kind of tilt your pelvis in a forward position so we don't round into the low back. And then extend your legs out in front of you. Take your hands anywhere to your sides or on your thighs. Close your eyes. Instead of seeing your feet with your eyes, let yourself see your left foot with just your brain. What can you see in your left foot? Can you feel your toes? The arch of the foot, the heel, the top of the foot, without moving it. What's available to you if you were right now communicating with your left foot? Maybe even take some breaths in, and as you breathe out, send an energy of relaxation, of heaviness, maybe even letting the foot get bigger. Just that left foot. Imagine you breathe in, and as you breathe out, you're sending a message of relaxation into the left foot. And your foot is all the way from the tips of the toes through the ankle. And you'll get distracted. Just come back into your left foot. Be as fully aware of it as possible. That's the hard part, the not moving part. So now start to wiggle your toes. Still eyes closed. But notice as you're wiggling your toes how you create sensation. And sensation is our ticket to conscious awareness of our body. And I'll encourage you today to create enough sensation that you're not uncomfortable or in pain, but take it to what we call sometimes your edge. Move a little bit more than you normally would. And right now we're just wiggling our toes to get the feet wet, right? And then start to move your ankle. You can go back and forth. You can go in circles. Just be playful. What do you feel? What sensations do you feel as you move your ankle? Is it just in your foot? Is it localized there? Can you feel it in your lower leg, all the way up your thigh? And just let that left foot relax for a moment. So we're going to go into specific movement. We're going to feel the big toe side of the foot and the arch, and just draw the big toe side and the arch towards your calf. Pull it in and then release it. And then we'll go the other way. Feel the pinky toe side of your foot and pull it towards your outer calf and release it. So this is invert and evert the foot. Draw it in, arch of the foot towards your calf, release, and then little toe and release. So we're going to continue to do this. We're just going to add one simple thing on. Next time you draw the big toe side of the foot towards your calf, just gently take the little toe side down towards the ground. So what's going to happen is your entire thigh is going to spiral outward a little bit. But think of moving not from your thigh, but from your foot, even if it doesn't go as far, and then release it. Then the other way, you're going to draw the pinky toe side of the foot towards your calf. Once you've done that, you're going to drop the big toe side of the foot towards the ground, so internally rotating the thigh and releasing. And these movements are really important because we're going to carry them through the whole session today, but we're going to turn it into a full body spiral, starting from the feet. So once again, big toe side of the foot, draw towards the calf, feel that, and then drop your pinky toe down, feel your thigh bone roll out. So we're creating a spiral to the left, and release that, and let's spiral to the right. Pinky toe side draws towards your calf. Bring your big toe side, your arch your foot down towards the ground, spiraling the leg to the right, and release. So right now we're really just focusing the movement from the toes to the hip. Let's do one more round. Bringing the big pinky toe side of the foot towards your calf. Take the big toe side down. Doesn't matter what order you want to go in. Release. And then bring the big toe side of the foot towards the calf and take the pinky toe down. So notice how as you're doing this, you're just letting the leg line follow the foot, not the other way around. The foot's not following the leg line. So now let's add on the next part. So you're going to draw the big toe side of the foot towards your calf, and you're going to dump that pinky toe down. So there's your external rotation. Now imagine pressing the heel and the pinky toe side of the foot into the ground and drag the heel towards your sit bones as far as you can go comfortably. Just let the leg fall down. So this will take you into a position where your inner thigh and groin is stretching. So it's great for your pelvis, but we're moving from the foot. When you take it out, slide the foot forward, lift it back up, release it. Other way we go is you're going to pull the pinky toe side of the foot towards the calf, drop the big toe down towards the ground. So that's the internal rotation. So that's just think you're spiraling one way or the other. Once we spiral to the right, you're going to drag the heel back towards that left hip. And then drag the foot forward. You can press through your big toe or wherever you feel it and release that. Let's just do that one again. Big toe side of the foot towards your calf. Feel that first. Externally rotate, pinky toe down. And then use that sense of earth. So push the pinky toe into the earth. That's how create force to drag the foot towards you. Let it come down. We'll come back out. Push the foot into the ground to create force. Release. Pinky toe towards your calf. So go really slow. Close your eyes and feel it. And then big toe towards the ground. Drag the heel. You can push the arch side of your foot down into the ground. Drag it towards you. Let it come down. Drag it back out and let it go. Shake it out for a moment. Let's pause before we switch and do the right leg. Close your eyes as we did in the beginning. What can you sense in your left foot, in your toes, your heel? And what do you sense in your right foot? Is there any difference? Do you feel like your brain is waking up to this concept of full awareness of your feet? Where are your feet in your body? All the way at the end there. And then let's switch and do the right foot. So start just by sensing your right foot with your mind's eye. Close your eyes. What can you see? What's present to you and what isn't? Can you feel your big toe without moving it or visualize it? Do you feel the arch of the foot, the ankle, the top of the foot? Take a breath in. And as you breathe out, send that energy down into the right foot. Let it feel completely relaxed, but somewhat enlivened too. So those aren't against each other. It can be relaxed, but awake and aware. Let it be heavy. Let it feel big. Maybe you notice a difference. One foot feels bigger than the other. But let that right one come onto the stage now and feel big. And then we'll start the simple movement of just wiggling your toes. How does that feel? Sensation opens the doorway for mindfulness to stay present in whatever it is that you feel, even those smallest sensations, but take it as far as you can to your edge. Create more sensation as long as it's not in the category of pain. Move your toes like you've never moved them before. And then go ahead and play with your ankle. You can go into flexion, both directions. And how do you do that? Do you push through your heel? Do you draw the ball of the foot back? Do you push through the ball of the foot? You can make circles with the ankle. And what we watch for is that we're truly moving the ankle, not the whole leg. It's not movement from the hip. It's just the ankle and the foot. What does it feel like to move from the arch of your foot or the heel? Just stimulating that right foot. Fully awakening it, being present in it, and then relax. We'll take that specific movement, feel the big toe side of your right foot. Draw it towards your inner calf, and then release. And then pinky toe side, draw it towards your outer calf. Release. So just familiarizing yourself first with those two movements. So now we'll do that next addition. We'll make the whole leg line move from the foot. So you're going to draw the big toe side of the foot towards your inner calf. Bring the pinky toe side down, external rotation of the thigh. And then drag your heel. You can push the pinky toe side down into the ground. Use that pressure to create force to drive it in. Let the leg relax there for a moment. Enjoy that inner groin stretch. Push the foot back out. Relax. Opposite. Bring the pinky toe side towards your outer calf. Dip the big toe down towards the ground, internal spiral of the thigh as the foot turns to the left. Then kick out the heel somewhere to wherever you can go outside the buttocks. Take a rest there. Notice how that feels for your leg. And then take it out from the foot. Extend that foot out. Let's do just that again. Big toe side of the foot draws towards your calf. Pinky toe down. Begin to drag the foot towards your sit bones. Let it drop open. Push the foot back out. So it feels like your toes are alive, right? Relax it all. Then pinky toe side towards your outer calf. Let the big toe try to touch the ground, outer edge. Think of, so instead of moving from my hip, my hip wants to lift, I'm saying, no. I got to move from my foot. Drag that foot. Press into the earth a little bit. And then push out and come back. All right, pause for just a moment and see how that feels for you. We're going to continue this spiral, but we want to make sure we're getting the hang of moving from the feet. Is your brain getting that message? You got to kind of beat it in there, because now we're going to take the spiral all the way from the toes to the crown of the head. So you can think of it, which way are we turning? And from the toes to the head, we go into the spiral. From the toes to the head, we come out of the spiral. So feel the big toe side of your left foot. We'll start with that. Draw the big toe side in. Pinky toe side goes out. Draw the heel towards you, towards your sit bones. Press into the pinky toe side of the left foot. Now here's where your right leg might want to come in too, because what we're going to try to do is spiral the waist to the left, just like the leg is going to the left, the toe is going to the left. You might want to push through that right foot or reach through the right toes. Let your pelvis come around your shoulders and take your gaze all the way over. So we're spiraling everything in our body to the left. When you go to come out, your head's going to want to go first, because your head always wants to lead. But don't let it come out from your feet. However that looks, right leg first, left leg. Once that right leg comes down, you'll feel your pelvis land. Once the butt cheek of the right side is down, then bring your ribs back and your head. Let's do that same thing the other way. So pinky toe side of the left foot towards your calf. Dip the big toe side down. You're going to drag that left heel towards your buttocks. Drop your leg down. So now use that force. Press the big toe side and that outer calf into the ground, but especially the foot. You'll feel the left hip start to come around. So we're turning to the right. You can use your hands, especially to start. Feel your pelvis go, your ribs, your upper waist, your shoulders, and your head. And take your time coming out. Use your legs first. And once your left sit bone is down on the ground, let the rest of the torso follow around in the head. So the idea is we're trying to release the muscles of the neck and the back from having to make these movements. The feet are gonna do most of the work. Let's do the right one the same way. Big toe side towards your calf. Then you're going to dip the pinky toe side down towards the ground. Start to drag the heel in towards your buttocks. Drop that right leg so we're spiraling to the right. Use the force. Push into the ground with the foot so hip stays more relaxed. Maybe you reach that left foot forward. Get that left hip around to the right. Once the hip starts to go, you'll feel your lower waist, upper waist, shoulders, head and neck. And then come out, feet first. Left foot, right foot, however you want to do that. Let's do the right leg the other direction. So pinky toe side towards your calf. Big toe side rotates in, so we're rolling to the left. So see yourself spiraling to the left. Get that foot out there first. Then the hip goes around the waist, the shoulders, and the head. And then easily come out. Upper body relaxed. Let the legs lead you. So if you've been using your hands, I'm going to encourage you to either take your hands to your hips or you can hold them up here, because what that's going to do is get you to use a little bit more core muscle. So we'll do it one more time. Feel the big toe side of the left foot. Draw towards your calf. Pinky toe side down. Drag the heel towards you. Take your time. We're going to the left. push that left pinky toe side down. Maybe you push through and reach through your right foot to get that right hip around. I'm not using my hands. I'm going to use my core muscles to come around, even if you can't go as far. So my hands might help me go around, but I want to feel my core muscles. Turn the head. As I come back, I come out from the legs and back to the center. Let's go the other way with the left foot. Pinky toe side towards your calf. Big toe side dips down to the ground, internal rotation. Drag the heel out. Push the big toe side down. Push that you can push into your inner knee a little bit. Let that left hip come around, not using your hands. Think of spiraling your whole body to the right from your feet. Neck comes around last. Continue to look out over your right shoulder until the legs come out. Let the left sit bone come down. Once that happens, you'll feel your torso just really respond just to come back to center, right? And then relax. We'll do that same thing without the hands with the right foot. Big toe side to the inner calf. Get that external rotation. Slide your foot up. So we're going to be turning to the right. Follow the knee. Press the pinky toe side of the right foot into the ground so you can push through your left leg too. Start to turn to the right, not using your hands. Go as far as you can comfortably, or maybe just beyond your norm. Test yourself. Come out with your legs, so we're keeping the shoulders relaxed. If your arms up here and they're not relaxed, take them down or take them to your thighs. Left sit bone comes down, and we're back at center. Last one with the right foot. Pinky toe side towards your calf. Remember, we're playful, right? Big toe side down. Drag the right heel out. And then begin to spiral with your foot. So how can you use the earth underneath that big toe side of your right foot to get your waist around? And eventually your shoulders and your head. And then if your head is following your foot, if you extend your foot, your leg comes in line, the right hip comes down, and then you just naturally, gracefully roll back to the center. Okay, so that's it for the seated part. We're going to come down onto the ground, but we've got the movement pattern, and we're going to continue with that. So I encourage you now, if you can close your eyes, especially since we're lying down, please do that. Just let your back body relax, particularly any part of the back body that you feel around your heels. Just notice that connection to the earth. We'll start, I'm going to turn a little bit towards you. We're going to start with the left leg. So same movement. Draw the big toe side of the left foot in towards your sit bones. Rotate the left leg to the left. So your pinky toe side down. Begin to pull the heel towards your sit bones. You can let that left leg fall open. Do that first. But then think, we want to be able to take the whole body over to the left, not just the leg. We're going to do the torso. So now, in order to do that, you might need to press into the pinky toe side of the left foot. You might need to reach through the right foot, because what's going to happen is, just like in the other spiral, you want the right hip to come around without pushing in my arms. You're going to have to use some core muscles. So reach through your feet, push into the earth with big toe side of the right foot, little toe side of the left foot. Use your core. Roll all the way over to the left. There's the completed spiral. Coming out, you can reach through your right foot. Stack the right hip on top of the left, or reach through the left foot. Slowly let the right hip come down to the ground, so we don't want to crash. Controlled landing. Pelvis squares off. Rib cage comes back, and the head and neck. And you really want to focus on keeping the head and neck completely supported by the ground. We're not picking it up. It doesn't have any work to do. It's just following along. Let's do the other way with the left foot. Sense the pinky toe side of your left foot. Draw it towards your outer calf. Dip the big toe side into the ground, so we're going to be spiraling to the right. And then drag that heel to your outer hip, just like we did when we were seated. Begin to push into the big toe side of the left foot. And notice how your left hip's going to lift up. It's going to spiral to the right. I'm keeping my arms just really loosey-goosey. And the hip's going first. Use your feet in any way you need to. If the legs have to extend, or you got to reach for your toes or your heels, you can actually come all the way over so that you land on your forehead And even slide that left leg over, up to you. Just check that when you come out, you're coming out feet first. So we're not taking the head back. The head and neck are completely relaxed. Reach through the left foot. Take that left foot over. We're coming out of the spiral. You'll sense the way that your left hip is slowly coming back down to the earth, the back of the left hip. Once that happens, you'll feel your ribs come down and your shoulder blade. And there's a full round on the left side. Let's do the right side. And maybe just pause to feel the difference. Can you have more a sense of fullness all the way from the toes through the shoulders, letting the spine relax as much as possible? Feel the big toe side of your right foot. Draw the big toe side of your right foot towards your inner calf. Tip the pinky toe side down, so already spiraling to the right with the foot and the leg. Slide the heel up. We know we're going to the right, so push the pinky toe side of the right foot, maybe big toe side of the left foot, so you can start to roll that left hip and stack it on top of the right. There's that rotation. Go as far as you can comfortably. Maybe just letting your arms drop. So it's really nice to notice, are you tightening the shoulders? Can you keep them relaxed and just let them go along for the ride? Come out feet first, reaching through the left foot, reaching through the right foot. You'll feel your left calf come down, the butt cheek, the ribs, the left shoulder blade, and all the way back to the middle of your skull. And just pausing there for a moment. Feeling the pinky toe side of your right foot. Draw it towards your calf, outer calf. Dip the big toe side towards the ground. Drag your heel in. Push into the foot, so we're going to the left. Follow the direction of your knee. Push into the right foot, reach through the left foot. Keep the arms relaxed. Use the power of the feet pressing into the earth to get your whole body to spiral to the left. Maybe even come onto your forehead. You can slide that right leg all the way out to the side. Come out from your feet. Think of unspiraling yourself from your feet. Right now you're resting on your left side perhaps, and you want to slowly feel the right calf come to the ground, the buttocks, the hip, the shoulders, and the head just easily rolls back to the center. We're going to do one more full round, and I'm really encouraging you to go slow to think about these movements. How much can you let the feet control the movement? Visualize the big toe side of the left foot. Draw it towards your inner calf. Dip the pinky toe side down towards the ground. Begin to drag the heel, that's part of your foot, towards the sit bones. So we're spiraling to the left, follow the kneecap. Push the pinky toe side down, and notice when you do that, pinky toe side of the left foot, the right hip lifts, or maybe you want to push into the big toe side of the right leg at the same time. It's about the feet taking the body through a spiral all the way to the left. As far as you want to go, you can take the right leg all the way over. Come out from the feet. You want to slowly land on your back body, from toes through the leg, through the pelvis, shoulder blades, and roll back to the base of your skull. Other direction, feel the pinky toe side of your foot. Draw it towards your outer calf. Dip the big toe down towards the ground. So feel ourselves already spiraling to the right. The left hip may begin to lift up. But then slide the heel up towards your buttocks. Push into the big toe, so you're really going to lift that left hip up. Arms and head are completely relaxed and supported. Coming all the way to the right. So always follow the direction that your toes are pointing in our lead leg, or the direction of your kneecap. Coming out from the feet, you can just rest on your forehead until it's time to roll back to the skull. You know you've got to let the pelvis land first, and the shoulder blade, the left shoulder blade, and then roll the head back to center. Pausing, feeling, grateful for your feet, And last one, feel the big toe side of your right foot. Draw it in towards your calf. Drop the pinky toe side of the right foot towards the ground. Slide the heel towards your buttocks, feeling every little movement. We're going to the right. Notice where your knee's pointing, so push into the pinky toe side of the right foot. Maybe you roll into the big toe side of left foot. Start to stack the left hip on top of the right. What's the most easeful way to spiral the body to the right? Using the feet as far as you want to go. Coming out. Arms are relaxed, head and neck are relaxed. Even the spine, you're reaching through the feet. Think of your feet like hands. They could reach, and take your body all the way back. And relax, take that right leg out. Other direction for the right leg. So the pinky toe will come towards your outer calf. We're going to be spiraling to the left. Drop the big toe side of the foot towards the ground. Slide the heel out towards your outer hip. Feel the arch of the foot. Make a connection with the right foot and the ground. Push into that a little bit. Maybe you also want to push into the pinky toe side of the left foot. Notice when you get to where the right hip is stacked right on top of the left. Keep pushing through the feet, letting yourself roll all the way to the left. Coming out from the feet. Doesn't have to look pretty, just feel it. Your leg is lengthening. The hip comes down, the right shoulder blade, and take your head back to the center position. Let's pause for a moment. Say thank you to your feet for guiding you. And we're going to end with just a nice little massage for the feet. So I'm going to show it seated and lying down. You can do it however you're more comfortable. If we're doing it lying down, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and cross the left ankle on the right. So if this works for you and you can reach your left foot with one or both hands, you can do it here. If that's just not working, then what I'm going to encourage you to do, grab the blanket or whatever you had, come to a seated position, and you can set that blanket underneath your left outer leg here, and then you should have more access to your foot. So the first thing we're going to do, you're going to keep your foot here or on your leg, lying down. Take your thumbs and just begin to walk your thumbs up the sole of the foot, particularly in the middle where you feel that soft area. Walk them back and forth. It's like one thumb is chasing the other, and you might find some sensitive areas. If there's somebody else that's going to do this for you, that's great. Otherwise, do it for yourself. Close your eyes and just feel. And then we can also work a little bit. So as I'm pressing my thumbs into the sole of the foot, I'm using my fingers on the top of the foot. And then we're going to work a little bit more specifically with the top of the foot. So you might take the foot down, or if you're laying down, it works this way. So you're going to take the heels of your hands right here, right to the top of the foot. And imagine that you're spreading the top of the foot to the outer edges. So like you're gently pulling on the skin, and you'll feel your little toe and big toe roll underneath the sole of the foot. So if you're seated, you can be here doing it. You might be laying down, doing it here. Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. We warmed up the hips in those movements, so. And then the final part is to acknowledge our lovely toes. You're also taking your fingertips into the sole of the foot as you're spreading the top of the foot. But come into the little toe. Squeeze the sides of the little toe with your thumb and index finger. Give it a nice little squeeze. Grab the tip of the toenail, make some little circles. And then just imagine pulling any energy off the toe. Come into the next toe, same thing, squeezing the sides of the toe. Find the toenail. Take it for a little ride in circles. Pull it off. Third toe, same thing. Stay present and feel. Circles, like you're removing any stagnant energy. I'm on my fourth toe. Where are you? Find your toenail. Give it a little squeeze. Give it a circle. And your big toe, give it a little extra attention. It's your smartest and your biggest of all your toes, of course. So move it around, press into the toenail, lengthen it, and then let it go. So take that left foot down, whether you're laying down or you're sitting. Just notice now, even after doing all that footwork, just that little massage, can you feel a difference in your 2 feet? Or is there more of a sense of connection, connectedness into your left foot than your right? Let's do the right foot. So if you're doing it on your backside, knees are bent, cross your right ankle somewhere on your left thigh. If that's accessible, you should be able to get your thumbs to the sole of the foot. If not, you can also do it seated. Grab a blanket or a block or something to put out underneath that right knee, because you don't want to have to hold it up there. Let it be supported. Or sometimes I'll do my knee and my foot here. Nice little pedestal. Take those thumbs and dig in there. You can let one follow the other. Generally, we'll find some perhaps sensitive areas right in that soft tissue and the arch. And the fingers, the rest of the fingers are gently pressing into the top of the foot. Wherever your hands are, let your awareness be. What does it feel like to be present in your right foot? To give it a little love. And we'll switch that around so you can come over the top of your foot using the heels of your hands. Like you're using your thumbs and your heels of your hands like you're spreading the top of the foot. Feels particularly good usually right around the toes, right where the toes come into the foot. Again, seated or lying down, like you're stretching or spreading the top of your foot, and then your fingers are in the sole of the foot, getting right into the ball of the foot. You might bend over your toes a little bit. And then doing each toe individually on the right foot. So I'm going to come back down here, starting with the pinky toe. Take your thumb and index finger, squeeze it. Hello, pinky toe. Grab the toenail, make some circles, pull it off. I can still remember the first time a yoga teacher told me to breathe to my pinky toe. Thought it was crazy. Now I get it. It's just a form of awareness, of heightened awareness of our body. So doing second toe, rubbing it, grabbing the nail, making circles, gently tug on the toe, release. Take your time. Sometimes one toe wants more attention than the other. Rubbing the sides, grabbing the nail, gently pulling the toe out. Removing any stagnant energy. I'm on the fourth toe. Don't want to skip any. And the lovely big toe. Give it an extra squeeze. Don't be afraid to give it a little bit of power with your fingers. Like not pain, but power. Squeeze the nail. Move the toe around and imagine drawing any energy out of the foot that doesn't need to be there. So if you were seated for all that, please come down to the ground. We're just going to finish here with our feet so completely supported by the earth. You can shake out your legs, back and spine. Take a breath in and think of your mind's eye, that big movie screen right between your brows. And as you breathe in, picture your feet on that movie screen. See if you can get a good picture of what they look like now. And looking like includes what they feel like, the shape of them. Do they feel big or small? And as you breathe out, imagine sending your breath, all of your thoughts, your energy, gratitude into your feet. Through the heels, the soles of the feet, the tops of the feet, and out the toes. Breathe to your toes. Breathe into the mind's eye, visualizing your feet. Maybe you can feel them now and they do feel larger or heavier. And breathe out as if you're sending all your breath down into your feet. It helps to imagine your breath as a color, a temperature, a sound. Any image that comes to mind, see that image. Maybe you see your feet walking in the sand. It's such a lovely way to enliven your feet. And as you breathe out, send that vital energy down into the feet and out the toes. 3 more rounds of breath for you and your feet. In some of the traditional cultures, they teach that the feet are always with us in all of our lifetimes. They hold the memory of previous incarnations, whatever journeys we've been on. So just thank your feet for all of your journeys that you've had and those that are still waiting for you. When we come up, let's attempt to come up from the feet. So if you want to roll to your side first, slide your feet in. Whichever way you want to go, push into the feet. Let your arms stay relaxed. Your head is heavy. And roll yourself into your side. You can draw your feet in towards your body into a little fetal curl. And even as we come up to seated, how can you use your feet, less arms, push into the feet to come up? Thank you for joining me for what I hope was a playful foot exploration. May seem odd, but I know that these are a few of the movements I do to help relax the upper body, because it always wants to be in charge, right? It always wants to take us places when there's a reason why our feet hit the earth and lead us on our path. So let your feet lead. Thank you, Patreons, for all your support. Be sure to subscribe, and I appreciate your comments. Peace, joy, love, and light.